Now introducing another unsuspecting visiting scholar, JULITA DUNALSKA is from Poland. Now she had more time. I told her 2 weeks ago that she would be on this panel, and she's been here since what, almost the beginning of January. Yeah, and she's here for 4 months. And she's a visiting scholar she's professor of water protection engineering, University of Warmia and Mazury. And boy, I can't pronounce your city. Olsztyn.
In Olsztyn.
That's not bad, Olsztyn, Poland. And so this is what we're doing at this place all the time. We have international scholars just coming through here by the dozens. And so we're just very delighted to have you here. And I guess you have a couple of slides to show, is that right? Okay, welcome, JULITA.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Welcome, everybody. Thank you, Professor Mitch, for this invitation. This precipitation in workshop has made me more sure that the wetlands can be very useful to reduce nutrients. I think that the solutions presented here are very important because we can reduce about 50% of nitrogen and about and more 90% of phosphorus. In comparison, different methods of lake restoration and lake protection, it is significant. What is another profit from this kind of solution? When we accumulate nutrients in wetlands, we decreasing run of nutrients to natural waters, reducing cost of mitigating algae blooms, and curbing human health risk. But for me, it's very important that such an approach is effective because it focuses on the root of the problem, not only on mitigation of effects. Why I try to explain this by using an example from Poland. European Union Water Framework Directive commits us to achieve the good status of water ultimately by 2027. We know that it's rather impossible, but of course we try to do something. But local authorities want to restore lakes without cutting sources of pollution in a catchment. This is a wrong way. I say if like a scientist, but also a person who implement a lot of lake restoration methods. I can say that I am the third generation of scientists who are working at the improvement of lake restoration. Because the first all over the world method of lake protection was applied in Poland in 1956 at Kortowskie Lake that is located at my university. So I can study this lake every day. We have a lot of term data and we are really working a lot about the lake restoration. And this example, in my opinion, is really important. This is a micro scale, but this kind of systems, water systems, work at the same way all over the world. When we look at these lakes, we have here 4 lakes connected with the river. But local scientists, they want to restore this lake in the winter. They have applied a lot of methods, like a high polymerization, phosphorus inactivation, and others methods, and spent a lot of money. But the lake is in terrible condition, with a huge primary production, huge algae blooms, and I tried to explain them what is wrong with this kind of action. 25 water samples were taken from the shore of the lake. Usually the sites are connected with storm water. And when we look at the load of phosphorus in this system, we can see that that inflow, the load of total phosphorus in kilograms per year, the inflow to the second lake is about 50 kilograms per year, but the outflow more than 4 kilograms. Why a big difference? Of course, the lake is very eutrophic with a huge primary production. Phosphorus is removed from the bottom deposits, but also receive sewage from the catchment. Here should be stormwater, but it's sewage. Like illegal way. So this terrified me, because people know about this and they don't do anything. When we look at another lake, the inflow is more than 400 kilograms phosphorus, but the outflow is twice bigger. And again, the same situation. In stormwater, we observe the sewage, and again, people know what is going, but they don't do anything. So when we look at the load of phosphorus, we can see that phosphorus and nitrogen is rising from lake to lake very fast. And when we want to restore these third lakes, of course we can look at all systems, and we should cut off all sources of pollution. This sentence is very important for me. In a case of lack of reduction of the external sources of pollution, the restoration in the reservoir is not effective because it does not give the chance to sustainable improvement of water. We also should, in this context, I am really sure that nutrient capture and block in the landscape with wetlands and wetland culture can be one of the most effective ways to limit the eutrophication of surface water and algae blooms. I also want to say that modern protection, in my opinion, and restoration of water, it's first of all the scientific knowledge and new technology, but also integrated strategy, short-term and long-term goals, collaboration and co-responsibility of policy makers, water managers, local authorities and local communities. And new tools, so we can use new tools for lake restoration management, like modeling, monitoring by using, for example, the high-frequency data and applying citizen science. And of course, maybe more in Polish condition, more effective and enforced legal regulation. So thank you so much for your attention.